Okay, so I skipped ahead a little bit again. We're on, it's exactly 1 o'clock on the final day, which means we can now meet this guy. Yes, I am the green hat kid. So listen to this guy's story, and you'll get your next mask and a special letter. Keaton mask, you should remember from Ocarina of Time, and like I said, express mail to mama. That's what they call it. Okay. Anyway, the Keaton mask is useful for getting one piece of heart. Remember all those, or remember those patches of grass that move around on their own? That's where the Keaton mask comes in handy. Destroy the grass, but don't destroy every piece, or else it won't work. So when you're in the, make sure you're wearing the mask. Wow, I'm doing a terrible job at explaining this. Put on the Keaton mask. Take a slice at one of the blades of grass in the little circle. Watch them wiggle around for a while. Don't destroy them all, or else you'll ruin the trick. And then once they all jump away, the last one to jump away will summon a Keaton. He'll quiz you, answer all the questions correctly, and you'll get a piece of heart. The end. The special delivery to Mama, we're going to take care of a little bit later. But I will mention one thing right now. In order to get all the things out of the Andrew Kafei side quest, you're going to have to get the special delivery twice. And I will say this right now, I am not doing the Andrew and Kafei side quest twice on camera. I'm only doing it once because I assume you guys can do it the second time on your own. Okay? You don't need me to hold your hand through that part. Now, I'll explain what the special delivery does in a bit, but first let me explain what's happening here. I guess the Curiosity Shop man already mentioned it, but Kafei saw Seiken walk into the Curiosity Shop last night through the special lens. Followed him here, and now he's basically waiting for Seiken to show up. Now, if you remember in my original walkthrough, I did this glitch before as well. Basically what I'm doing is I'm getting into the hideout early. That's all I'm doing. And this is probably the only glitch I'll use. Sometimes it's really easy to pull off, and sometimes it just refuses to work. Here, you can clearly see I'm having a little bit of trouble. But, keep at it, and you'll eventually jump through and start the quest early. One thing to keep in mind, though, is no matter when you start, no matter when you go in, no matter what you do, you're always going to leave this spot at midnight on the final night. You got that? Midnight on the final night, no matter what. Unless you fail. If you fail this part of the side quest, then that's a different story. But we're going to try and not let that happen, okay? In the meantime, let's see if Link can get this freaking figured out. Come on, Link. Oh, okay. That works. So now we're in. Now, here's how this works. Kafei's gonna step on the switch. That'll activate a conveyor belt, which will take his mask back towards a hole. Now, Kafei and Link are gonna have to work together in order to get to the other end of this building. Step on two switches that will stop the conveyor belt and allow Kafei to pick up the mask. So how this works is Link will be fighting enemies, and Kafei, and yes, you will be able to control Kafei. Kafei will be doing switch puzzles. Blue switches open the door forward. Red switches make the conveyor belt go faster. And I want to say yellow or gold switches slow the conveyor belt down. And that's in Kafei's case. Link, you just gotta kill the enemies and that's it. The first puzzle is really easy. Likewise, the first battle is really easy. It's just a Deku Baba. As Link, don't worry about damage unless you're low in health, but you shouldn't go into this with low health anyway. And for Kafei, try to take your time, but also try to maintain a decent pace, because obviously you're against the clock. Obviously avoid the red switches, and hit the gold switches when you can. Now this puzzle, I believe you have to hit the red switch, so hit it, but don't panic. Just let it go, and then activate the blue switch. Link's next battle is against Wolfos. Again, don't panic, and hit him in the back. Simple. As you can see, I'm way ahead of the mask. It's really easy as long as you just take a deep breath, focus, and get it done. See? If you fail, you're stuck in the rooms and you have to play the Song of Time, I believe there's no escape. But I'd like to know how they get out of this place, because I think the doors are still locked. Whatever. So, like I said, it's now midnight on the final night, so we have 6 hours to accomplish the rest of the things we need to do. I'm going to go to the grave and get the final bottle, or not the final bottle, but the 5th bottle. I don't remember if I deliver the letter myself or if I give it to the postman, and then we need to get the couple's mask. So we got a lot of things to do, and only 6 hours in which to do them. Now, I guess I can touch on the special letter real quick. There's 2 things you can do with the special letter. You can deliver it to Kafei's mom yourself. She's in the milk bar. Delivering it to the delivering it yourself will net you another bottle and some Chateau Romani, which is a special drink I'll talk about later, because it's pretty much useless at this point in time. But if you give the special letter to the postman, he will deliver the letter to Kafei's mom, and you will get the postman's hat out of the deal. So like I said, if you want both the bottle and the postman's hat, you're going to have to do the whole quest up to the special letter twice, and then you can skip this part where you save the mask the second time. The second time you can skip it, not the first time, obviously. The second time you can skip it and go straight to his mom, give him the letter, or do the other thing you haven't already done, if that makes sense. It should make sense. I shouldn't even have to explain this because it should be obvious. And you don't have to deliver the pendant the second time, because once you get the couple's mask, you're done with that section permanently. You're just focusing on the letter. That's it. You just need to do the things that'll get you the letter, nothing else. I really hope I'm making this clear, because there was a lot of confusion on my last walkthrough, I believe. But back to this. This is an interesting little side quest to get the next bottle. What you gotta do is you gotta lead Damp onto these dirt patches so he can dig and search for buried treasure, as he calls it. And actually, this is kind of annoying because like, you can't walk too far away from Damp at all, or else your Z target will break, which is really dumb. Like, I believe the distance Link is right now is about the maximum you can go. Oh, and if you hear that sound, that means there's a Wallmaster nearby, so watch out for that. Freaking... Or is that a Floor Master? No, it's gotta be a Wallmaster. So let's lead him on to this next patch. By the way, we're looking for 3 blue spirits. That's our goal down here. Here's the first. There's only one more dirt patch on this level, and I'm assuming there's nothing in it. Correct. There's 2 more dirt patches, and in order to get to them, Damp needs to get on these platforms, Only he can ride them because it's too heavy for two or something, and Link has to climb up the other way. In this case, it's a ladder, and in the case of the other platform, it's a series of blocks. And sometimes Damp might fall off, and in order to avoid that, try your best to position Damp in a spot on the platform where he can like safely walk onto the dirt patch. If it's sometimes it's difficult to do, but try the best you can. Here's a numero dos. One more to go. Go ahead and jump off, and he'll follow you shortly. And now we gotta lead him on to the next platform. So climb up these blocks, and be careful. Sometimes the camera likes to mess with you when you're trying to climb those blocks, and it kind of gets a little hairy. Looks like Damp is in a decent enough position. And this should be the last patch of dirt we need to search. Now the three blue spirits will fuse together and form a big Poe. Damp will run off like a little girl, and we're stuck fighting the big Poe. What the big Poe does is he'll spin at you like that, then you can hit him with an arrow, unless he goes through the wall, in which case, not much you can do. Hit him with an arrow. Dang it! That was just a huge fail. It'd probably be easier if I jump off the platform and fight him, but, you know. Finally got a hit. And when he disappears, he'll always reappear in the direction opposite of the direction opposite of which way you're facing. Or maybe he'll appear in the direction you're facing. I don't think that's supposed to be right. I thought he was supposed to appear in the direction opposite of what you're facing. That, I guess that's the direction you're facing. Okay. I could have sworn it was the other way, but oh well. Well, he's dead. Open the chest. And collect the bottle. Now we're done with all the graves. We can get the heck out of here. Ooh, 50 rupees. And before you leave completely, if you want to see something humorous, check under the bed. I ain't seen nothing and I don't know nothing. Poor guy. Whatever. He can cower under there all he wants. We're going back to Clock Town.